From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
We're looking up something about something that doesn't exist, and then we're reading a quote that this dude just made up and we're taking it as fact.
Rocket.
Yahoo Answers, the same place where people ask, I never had sex, can I get pregnant? That's the same place.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby, sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Bang, let's start the fucking show, huh?
Yeah, rocking. It's like 90s, mid-90s fucking goddamn radio right here. Hi, everybody. It's the lunaticradio.com show. I'm Kieran. That's Rock way over there.
What up?
There he is.
Hi,
back.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back, everybody. Word him up. I'm not used to this music, so word up. Live number to call in 718-690-9290. Joining us in the studio, as always, is the Leroy Jenkins. What up?
Wow.
Everybody just says, what up? Whoa. Yeah, a lot to do on today's radio show. I feel like my name should be like Kane or something.
Yeah.
It just got music. I don't like it. But word up. Rock is back, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey, and already we got a phone call coming in.
Oh, good. Finally.
Call, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you from?
It's Nomad.
Nomad. What up, dog?
Not too much, man. Sorry I missed you last week, dude. Did Rocket come back last week or today? Is this the first one back?
This is Rocket's first 3 minutes on air.
That's right.
In a month.
Thank God. Hey, man. Congrats, dude.
Thank you.
That's it. That's it, man. I had one of my own a couple of years ago, man, and that was like, hey, listen to these guys for fucking I don't know how long. Now he's finally getting that chance. So it's like, dude, fucking take it and run with it, man. Good luck.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's very exciting times here in the Rock household, and you know, having a little baby boy here now. So it's it's new beginnings, and you know, getting his little podcast set up. It's, you know, sooner than later, and show him the ways how to do it.
Yeah, nice.
No, it's been a wonderful few weeks, and you know, it's every moment's been incredibly enjoyable, and just you know, it's life changing, all for the best, of course, and so it's been great. It's been great.
Now you have someone to do that little that Rockshay and Shantae fucking podcast.
Oh, let me tell you something. I'm purposely waiting to watch the doc on Netflix till he's a little bit like older, maybe like 6 months or so. So maybe he could absorb things a little bit better and things start resonating in his brain, and then we're gonna sit and watch that together, and it's gonna be a great bonding moment for us both. The only problem is I hope it lasts 6 months on Netflix.
You're gonna groom him to be a Islander, Met, and Roxanne Shantae fan.
He's gonna lead a miserable life, you know.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, for sure, it's gonna be great. And he's gonna be like, Dad, I'm not gonna follow the Mets. This is stupid. And be like, I can't blame you.
My friends are Yankee fans.
Yeah. My friends are insert any other baseball team here fan. I'm gonna join them.
So I mean, I talked to you briefly when you had the little guy.
Yeah.
And man, how's it feel like when when that thing appears? I remember telling you on the phone, I was like, it's got to be like just mind blowing when you're it just appears.
You know, it's
Holy
like
shit.
You know. We took a course, a little like leading up to it course, a birthing class, if you will. And, you know, they really go through stuff, and a lot of things are like pretty straightforward, but, you know, they prepare you for things that you may not expect, or, you know, things that your child might do when it's born or look a certain way. Because, like, for example, your child could come out with like a cone head, and that's completely normal. because like the head is being squeezed through. And the skull is actually separate. Like, it actually can separate and move. Like, that's part because it's going through such a tiny canal. That's part of the process. So things like that. But the point is that even with all this, the class and all that, it's like real time. Like, holy shit, this is happening. You're in it. You're knee deep. Like, we were in during labor. Like, it was just me and the nurse there. Like, with my wife as she's like pushing for I'd say 3/4 of it. And there's no like course on that. There is this all you got, your course is the nurse says, get on that side of her. We're helping your wife push. And this was it for, I guess like about an hour and a half or so. And it's crazy because you're there, you're helping give birth. Your wife is, she's in pain and you feel terrible. At the same time, you're excited because this is happening. It is just like a whirlwind of emotions. And even me explaining this, it's not like it doesn't really it's not the full impact of what it's like to actually be there experiencing it real time, but it's just crazy. It is a crazy whirlwind and time flies. Like these past few weeks have just been like a blur. Like those first 2 weeks felt like a day because every moment is exciting and new and you're learning and it's just like bam, it's over. Like it's already been 2 weeks, already gone. So it's just been really exciting and flying by. So just trying to do because that's the thing everyone says, like enjoy it while it's while you can. It's because it flies by and it's true. It really is true.
I mean, Damon, Leroy is a father. Do you everything Roxanne similar?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything like time flies a lot faster. I mean, you're busier than you were before.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You doing everything like while my wife's home taking care of the kid, I try to just be there to help out. Like, you kind of like I'm kind of like the sous chef in a way, like with just daily things, kind of like prepping things around the house for the kid, like. With the changing table, like if I see like there's a shortage of diapers, fill up with the diapers or like the pads and things just to kind of keep things ready. Cause like the 3 a.m. thing happens cause it happens. You don't want to be fumbling around, you don't want to be like tripping over shit, trying to find a diaper or something. So
damn diapers.
I know it's crazy. And that's the thing. Cause damn it. That was the thing I wanted to like talk about. Because as the show has shown, it's well archived. I hate everything about poop. Like I just despise like there was the joke where I cry a little bit every time I go to the bathroom, that old joke and things like that. But honestly, it's like when it's your kids, you don't really care. It's like it's okay. I mean, it's like it's not even like real poop, really. It's kind of like it looks like Goulden's mustard if I can make a comparison at this point. So. If you're eating a hot dog right now, kind of there's perspective for you. But yeah, so you kind of like you're okay with it. I don't know, because it's your kid and all that. So yeah, that was the one thing that I noticed. I thought I was gonna be like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Like I can't avoid this. I gotta help, clean the kid up and stuff, and it's okay.
Have you been staring at the side of little man's head just to make sure he has maybe some hint of like, yes, he can grow these chops. He can grow big sideburns if needed.
Well, we're off to a good start because he came out with a full head of hair. So I'm like, okay, we're starting off strong, So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, very exciting. Cool. Very, very exciting. Hey, Johnson. Hey, Race Car Johnny in the chat room says he's got baby number 2 due in 5 days.
Oh my god.
Jeez. He's trying to make his whole race car team. That's what he's doing. he's like he can't get anyone to work with him, so he's just gonna birth his whole race car team.
Just trying to have enough kids to do things. Let's go, honey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So how quick can we change this tire?
Yeah, it's fucking cool, man. It's cool that you're a dad, and it's full circle there.
Yeah.
You sound good. I thought you'd be a lot more tired, like bags under the eyes, and you look older.
I'll be completely honest. It's my wife has been taking the brunt of it. Mainly, I mean, a main reason is because I'm working, and she's staying home. So, that was like kind of like the situation. Certainly, I'll get up, But I never really slept well. I've been, I don't know, for the past like 10 years of my life or so, I never really slept well. I feel like between like the 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. time frame, if I could be asleep, I'm pretty good then. I could be erratic the rest of the night. It's like between, like right before I wake up, if I sleep for a little bit, my brain's just like, oh, I guess we slept last night, so we're good. So, you know, there's still days that are a little crazy. But also keep in mind, it's only week 3, so I don't know. You know, we'll see how it goes. But certainly my wife has been taking the brunt of the impact, if you will. She's been a real trooper. And, you know, like I said, all I could do is help out. You know, I get up. I'll just, you know, in the middle of the night, I'm like, you just want me to take care of him, you know, just so he could sleep a little bit. And, but at the end of the day, like, she's feeding him, you know, in the middle of the night. So, we're trying to get him to use bottles, blah, 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 whatever. The point is, though, you know, she's certainly taking the brunt of it right now. So, who knows? I might just pass out in the middle of the show. I don't know.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting you back for a while. Hold on, here's Cool Teacher checking in on Rocket's baby news. Cool Teacher, you're on the air. What's going on? Hold on, let me get rid of this
Worse music.
Let me get this baby music out of the way. All right, go ahead.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hi.
what's going?
Hey, congratulations, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very exciting times in rock country.
Rock country. Jesus.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
that's all she's got,
Yeah,
Rock
it's all
Boy.
right. It's all right, you know.
Hey, give me a break. I'm going in for my second surgery tomorrow.
Oh
What?
no.
That's not good.
No, it is good.
Oh,
Oh.
It's progressing.
Oh, that's
oh,
good.
that,
Well,
okay,
good.
then that's great then. Then that's great.
Yes.
Are you gonna? How long do you think you're gonna be staying there?
For the first procedure I had. So this should be the last one.
Good. We hope so. You got to get back
Yeah.
to feeling better, being in tip-top shape. There, Cool Teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to those days. Those are still a little far ahead, but one step at a time, as everybody says.
How long?
You know
How
what-
long are you gonna be in the hospital?
Oh, this is actually outpatient.
Oh,
So-
okay, good. Okay, that's cool. Cool. Good.
The great
Yep,
thing.
So I'll be in the morning and then hopefully home by late afternoon.
There you go.
Great.
Good. That's
Well,
awesome.
I'm glad we're
Good luck.
progressing. We need you. We need you 100%. We need you to patch you a full-time roster.
Although Rock just had a
Okay,
kid,
well,
so in
put their
18
hands-
years we'll have a new listener.
Yeah, I'm doing my part, Kieran. What are you doing?
Well, that's I was just about to say. You know, you just had a child, so when you want to retire from the show, Rock, I'll just pick up the son.
That's right.
'Cause I'll be doing fucker when I'm 70. Damn it.
It's terrible.
I think that would be really great.
Yeah, right.
Just old and grumpy, and I'll have a young,
Wait, are we
energetic.
talking about now? You now, or
Oh yeah. Well, can you imagine 20 years? Right.
actually, that might be pretty good. Just angry.
Terrible. Angry.
Hey, it's a lunaticradio.com show. Fuck you.
I'll complaining about my arthritis and shit. Yeah. So rock it with the baby.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
No.
Very exciting.
All his time is gone.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's either working or taking care of the kid at this point. So, yeah, my wife and I were talking. She's like, "Do you want to do the show tonight?" I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay."
I'll let you out of the house, meaning to the basement. You can talk into a microphone.
Right.
That's the only freedom you
Earshot
have.
away. Earshot away.
Just go down the stairs. It's as far as you're going.
Which I'm okay with.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm still gonna be listening, but I got to get ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Get
Thank
better.
you.
All right. We'll see you.
Will do. Okay.
Bye. There's Cool Teacher, everybody.
Yeah.
We're wishing
Boy,
congratulations.
we need to like impregnate more people. Get callers to call.
I gotta. That's a good idea to get listeners. Start impregnating people.
Full Tracy Morgans all over the place.
Sort of listenership.
Get you pregnant.
Yeah, every you got you see, there's so much to do now. You got to save for college. You got all this stuff.
529, bro. You know, right?
I don't know. I haven't. I'm still.
I love this. Is my new favorite game on the show, and it just kind of happened organically. Is make Leroy shake his head because it's always so much fun to just get Leroy disgusted. Like that's my goal now. It's just to say things, just to see Leroy kind of like look down, disgusted, and shake his head. No. Yes. So yeah, 529. That's like it's a savings account for kids for schooling that they're able to take out for school purposes, and it's tax free. So it's a really good thing, and you can pick from any state. So there's like a lot of options out there. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
State.
Huh?
You can pick from any state.
Yeah, every state has their own interest rates and stipulations. So just I don't know why, I haven't dug that far deep. I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, you could pick any states. Every state has their own 529. So there's your financial minute.
Riveting shit.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I'm excited.
So yeah, no. But to your point, yeah, every moment's busy. It's always something new. You're just taking care of the kid. It's like, why is he crying? I mean, he's been a great kid. I mean, honestly, every time people come over, they just rave at like how good of a kid it is, and not in like in a nice way, like in a legit, holy shit, this kid's. It's almost weird how good this kid is, kind of a way. He only like lets you know when he's hungry, or he gets a little cranky when he's tired, and we already know like when that is. So. If he's crying, we know exactly why it is. It's not like, oh my God, why the hell is this kid crying? We've done everything possible outside of throw him out the window. So it's been good so far. He's a really good kid. So yeah. I should just start playing some old LR shows. Maybe that'll put him to sleep.
Oh, trust me, yeah. Oh boy.
So yeah.
Especially the ones when we were hammered.
Oh, really? Just the clanking. Maybe the clanking is very meditative of the glasses.
Your father broadcasting ideas drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Rock had a kid. Now it's a different type of thing now. You got it. So did it change your mind? Did it change your aspect? Your mindset on things? Like almost life in general, maybe? Did you feel that? I feel like that's like the whole like the cliche thing.
I know. I've been asked that, and I haven't had that. Like, I don't know, maybe because I'm just stupid. I haven't had that big psychological, epiphany. I guess.
All actual and shit. Like,
you kind of like it put things in perspective for sure. I mean, my importance has certainly shifted, but it wasn't like overnight. Like I knew my importance. The level of importance has shifted to him. Leading into this for sure, but you definitely have to be more careful with responsibilities, and I can't. I guess by that I mean I can't just be playing around with the cryptocurrency game too much now. Gotta watch the cash flow a little bit. Can't be dropping dimes on Litecoin anytime soon. So, gotta be spending them on Pampas.
Just perspective but you don't even. It's like subliminally. You just do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think, exactly. And that's probably why, I don't have some sort of like, or I haven't had any sort of like poetic responses, because it's just like, you just do it. It's like, if he's there, he needs something, you do it. And like, I don't even mind waking up. Like, I want to, like, it still sucks. Don't get me wrong, in the middle of the night, but it's like taking care of my kid. This is great. This is, it's a wonderful feeling. And when he cries, I feel bad in a way. It's like, shit, what can I do to make him feel better?
How long until that wears off, though?
I think
like the way, I feel
question.
like at some point the waking up in the middle of the night because the little guy needs to eat or something.
Yeah, this is great. This is like talking to the rookie and then the seasoned veteran, and see what it's like really like.
Yeah, he's a seasoned. Yeah. A seasoned veteran.
From what I'm hearing from Rock, it sounds like his kid is doing, is a very well behaved, like comfortable kid. Like he's happy, he's content.
Right.
I had like experiences where the kids were like, it was like they were nuts. It was like, holy crap,
Right.
trying to figure out, like he's saying he can communicate with his kid already,
Mm.
and he knows what he wants, when he wants. Like if it's food, he cries this way. If he's tired, it's he cries this way.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like we've been telling people, because apparently, you get other kids, they'll just be crying, and you're like, what the fuck? Because that happened once where we didn't know what he was doing, and it was kind of a panic mode. Because I'm like, we went through the entire checklist, and thankfully that was a one time, so we haven't had that happen again. So yeah, basically, he doesn't even like really cry when he like poops. Like we kind of have to just, you hear it though, man. It's like a fucking shotgun. Holy shit, does that scare the fuck out of me? Like I almost I startle because it's like a boom. It's like, what was that?
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the kid, Baby Rock pooping.
Oh, you get a little bit of a.
It's a little detonation.
Explosive. It's explosive.
Explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, man.
That would make Rocket cry.
Yeah, I'm like, I put him on the changing table. I'll just wait. I wait for like the aftershocks, if you will. I kind of, before I change him, I'm like, I'm just gonna let you sit here for a bit. You just make sure you're good, bro. I'm waiting. We're in no rush.
I can picture Rock going into that baby like diaper changing table with like a riot shield. This motherfucker is that
like a hazmat suit.
Like I'm waiting for that extra impact. Where's that extra? He's gonna shit again.
Oh, the worst is though when he he pisses. Like he'll just be, when you're naked, you change him, then he just starts pissing. Yeah, this shit's like it's like a fire hose, just like a loose fire hose, man. That's the worst.
To get like this.
Yeah, you just gotta, so they make these like little teepees, which I think is like bullshit. But then like I kind of like respect them that they make it, but at the same time it seems like ridiculous. They make little teepees to stick on them so that it prevents that from the random pissing while you're changing them.
Just stick on the pee-pee.
Yeah, it's like it's a little teepee. Like imagine a little like teepee, and you just plop it right on there. It's like
that's ridiculous.
Fucking things, man. So.
Those are things.
Yeah, man. There's things for there are things for everything, and then in multiple colors.
P for the PP. I'm just doing that. Yes, there it is.
There it is.
There it is, little baby TP.
Yep.
PPTP.
Now you don't have that problem with the girl. I mean, that was the thing everyone warned us when we told them we were having a boy. They're like, oh, you gotta watch out when they pee. Fuck you.
Ridiculous. Yeah. The TPP for the sprinkling wee wee.
Yeah. But I say, like, I'll deal with this short term, and then the long term it'll be easy. With girls, I think from what I understand, it gets progressively worse. So, is that true?
What do you,
Leroy?
I don't. What do you mean? Like progressively worse?
As they get older.
As far as like their behaviors and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, parenthood.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I don't know. I think it's different. I only have 2 girls, so I don't know what the other way is.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they're my kids are moody at times,
right.
For sure. When they get older, I mean, they're gonna have their behaviors.
Sure.
It's like you're doing. You probably have a easy one here. It sounds like. I think you get a good. My thoughts are that you kind of know early on the personality that you're going to have as a kid, right? They're going to act different or crazy or whatever, and that basically is going to stay the same throughout their life. I think
right.
Their personalities are there. Some things are inherited along the way, or picked up, but I think for the most part, like how they are, you can sense early on. And I think you probably have a pretty content. I've seen a lot of kids like that too, with other parents, and I'm like, man, it seems like you got a good kid. Like what happened to mine?
It's funny. What you were saying, I just heard parents say basically verbatim what you were saying. Like you get like what you see early on. Many of those characteristics carry on throughout their age. Because this family, they had a kid who's just graduating college and one that's graduating high school, and they're like, the shit that we saw when they were an infant, you see these characteristics throughout their entire childhood, teenager now, as they graduate. So it's like, it's sure they have their own little, their own path, but I'm talking general picture. You kind of have that idea. So for sure, exactly what Leroy's saying is probably it. So I'm just gonna tell him every day, you just better fucking act good, man. Just fucking be good. I ain't got time for this shit.
Right. I don't think you're gonna have to do that.
Parenting advice from Leroy Jenkins.
What you do, Rock? Just show him a picture of me and go, "This is what not to do." Whatever he does, you do the opposite.
Right. Let's play a game.
Not gonna study acting in college.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Go get a job.
If he says to me, Dad, I want to go to Dowling, I'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Dowling doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh no! Oh, thank goodness.
Threw it in the fucking gutter.
So,
yeah. I love these. I'm surprised these PPTP fucking things are 100% cotton. You would think they would be disposable.
You can wash them.
Yeah, you gotta wash them. You gotta save money where you can, man. Yo, that's the thing that I'm learning, man. I am like bags of fucking diapers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hot. You know that term, hot garbage? Literally, it's hot garbage that I'm putting out. It is fucking. There's a heat.
A bag of steaming divots.
It really, yeah, man. It is no joke.
Have Kieran tell your kid about dating. It will put him to sleep for sure. All right. Thank you, John. That's great.
This is supposed to be the day Kieran would have been off. Like, we're talking about Rock's kid. This is an easy day for Kieran. Nope. Still in the barrel somehow.
You know what's crazy too, Rock, is if you were to have a second kid, they're going to be polar opposites from each other, I think. Just because from my experience and from like talking to other parents and stuff, it's so crazy how different the kids are. Like they're the same, they came from the same parents,
Sure.
and they're like opposite, maybe in appearance, and also just in personality.
Sure.
It's crazy.
I believe that. Sure, absolutely.
You know what? I just got to start thinking,
It's like
brainstorming about.
that's what Multiplicity taught us. The movie, Michael Keaton, Multiplicity. Once you start making more copies, they change every time. Once you get to the third and fourth one, they're snorting Doritos.
I feel like you're the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
Jeez.
Anyway, I was thinking about in the future. I was like, I should have a kid within the next 4 years, and then Lunatic Radio could just, it could evolve into those two kids doing it.
You're gonna pass it down.
Rock's kid and my kid. Yeah,
Pass it down.
Rock and I will just continue to listen to them do it, and
You call in.
yeah, we'll call in. How do you do it?
You guys suck.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
It's weird. It's I don't know if it's weird, but it's
Different.
definitely
It's different for sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's wonderful. It really is. It's just want to hold them and
I was going to
Yeah,
ask you if you watched any of the Coachella, but apparently not. Can't imagine you have.
No, we have. No. I mean, listen, that's the thing on weekends is like you're kind of taking care of the kid, but you can't really go too far. So, honestly, yeah, we saw Beyonce's whole set, man.
I watched it too, man. How fucking... I'm not a Beyonce fan at all. Like, not even one
Sure,
bit.
man.
But
she puts on a show.
I was blown away by that.
I thought that was awesome doing the marching band bit thing, like performing live like that. It sounded great.
Yeah, and it was cool for because usually Coachella they don't show the headliner, but some reason they did. I don't know why, what the deal is behind that, but it was cool. I mean, her performance was unreal, man.
I think it's smart doing the streaming. I mean, we'll get back because they got the advertising, and they know not everyone could get out there, So let people see it, and then they'll make money on advertising. Like, why not? Why just limit it to the ticket sales?
Can you imagine? How long did she perform? Like 2 hours and 15 minutes?
It was mad long.
It was like about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I feel like
it was a full show.
She didn't stop.
Yeah.
She didn't stop.
Yeah.
Like not one bit. Well, the choreo, the fucking whatever.
How do you remember all that?
Remember all that? How do you remember all that? And like she's walking like to the arm that they put out in the crowd, like stage walks and all. Like
she's got to hit fucking marks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you remember all this
I
shit?
can remember what I did 10 minutes before the show. And she's like remembering full show shit and singing, dancing, the whole thing.
Yeah, it was you. I know Leroy's looking at me like with 3 heads on, but
nah, man, I'm right there with you, man. Like I said that to my wife. I'm like, how do these people remember all this shit?
and like I said, I'm not a Beyonce fan at all, but I couldn't fucking turn it off.
Yep.
I couldn't turn it off because I was so blown away by it. And you're like, and like she brought out, I guess, her husband Jay-Z for like 2 minutes.
That's all he gets. That's all he gets.
You're like, get him out of here. Let her keep on going, doing her thing. Because all he does is rap, and who gives a fuck, you know?
That sounded
She's
racist.
like, she was like raunchy too.
She
like,
wasn't.
Parts of it that were raunchy. There were parts that were raunchy. It's, you know, she was.
How so? Give me an example.
Well, she did like a whole 3 minutes of like just repeating, "I'm playing with myself. I'm playing with myself." She did that, and she had her hand in her crotch. What is that?
I guess that's raunchy.
At home, that's not raunchy.
Hey, listen, things change for me, Karen. That's.
Cleaning a shit. I'm cleaning a shit. Yeah. Apparently, yeah. No, I mean it was phenomenal. And like I went from I was watching Post Malone.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, watching Post Malone like shit faced out of his mind, singing to about 150,000 people. I watched him, and then it went to the Beyonce right after that.
Right.
And the difference between Post Malone and Beyonce was just like. It was just like that guy wasn't even trying.
Who decided that he was going to lead into Beyonce? How is this guy that popular?
I don't know. People say he is the shit, though. But I was just like...
The shitty?
He is.
He is shit.
I mean, to be honest with you, because he kept on saying throughout his set that he was like, oh, I'm drunk as fuck. Fuck everybody. Yeah. You know? And then he's like, this next song's about fucking people who piss you off. Here's blah, blah, blah. And then it's just, they play the track.
Right.
Like,
he's worse than a DJ.
He's not singing because you can't make those. You can't.
Right.
It's like T-Pain.
Right.
You know?
Right. All the auto vocoder.
The
auto tune.
But those kids out there, you're looking at the crowd. It's like 150,000 people just going, "Holy shit, this guy!"
And they're all in, man. They are all in.
I'm like, "What are you guys watching, man? Are you watching the same thing?"
They know his songs and stuff.
Yeah,
they don't really. Need
it's about being there, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's the radio play. You know, I mean, Post Malone is not a guy you're seeing in the underground clubs and shit like that. That guy's pure radio play. So it's, he's playing the radio pop hits, whatever.
And the difference, he doesn't have like 100 backup dancers on the stage with him, right?
He's got his crew, right? He's got his posse.
Him and like a glass of gin. That was it. That was it. Man. He was like, at one point he grabbed the acoustic guitar and sat down and started playing some shit. And he literally came to a point in the song he was playing that there was it was the chorus and it was a high mark.
Yeah.
Like, and he literally stopped. He goes, "Motherfuckers, you got to help me out with this because this motherfucker's hard to sing."
Man, it's terrible.
And I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Man, why try to sing it? Man?
Why are you here?"
Yeah, because there's 500,000 people watching you, and then there's 150,000 watching you live. Like, play a song you can do.
You don't know who to. Doesn't give a shit.
No. I mean, he's 22 years old. He's got tattoos all over his face. He don't give a fuck. But God bless him for I mean, that would be. I mean, who wouldn't at 22 years old, being on the radio charts everywhere, playing in front of 150,000 at Coachella? Who at 22 is not getting hammered?
For sure.
You know what I mean? So kudos to him, but he looked like I mean, from an old man fucking perspective, like I am. When Beyonce came on after him, it made him look like shit.
Yeah, that is the worst leading. Like, you got to build it up. Yeah, unless they want to make her look really good by putting like a fucking ringer on before, but like she doesn't need that. Cause I didn't get that. When I saw the set like the lineup and that guy like, who the hell is this guy like leading? Usually like it builds up to like in popularity and quality, if you will. doesn't like fucking drop down before, right before the end.
A horseshoe and Post Malone in here.
Yeah, right.
Maybe she chose it. You know, she told she wanted him to go on before just to.
Well, I think it's because I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and he's saying that Post Malone has like 5 different songs out right now.
Yeah,
They're like
he must be super popular.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe he won't be around next year.
I'll
3 years
tune in
next-
tomorrow for the Cardi B thing. Just curious to see how that goes down.
Well, she's pregnant. Is she
Yeah, she's
playing?
performing. She's not
Oh,
like
really?
Beyonce was weak. Look, Cardi B's like, fuck Beyonce. I could do it pregnant.
She just did Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Coachella. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that is one
What do you
thing.
think she's gonna be doing? Like jumping around?
It's a lot of work, man. Like, it's kind of crazy.
2-hour show. I don't.
Yeah.
think.
I don't know how long she's going to play. She doesn't even have that many songs, like maybe an hour. Maybe she'll start doing her strip like routine after a while. She'll run out of material.
Yeah, you're pregnant. You can't be doing that.
All right. I heard in an interview. Well, GQ did an interview with her, and apparently she is she's all into like presidential history. Like you can name any president, and she'll have like information on him, like legit information on him.
Shit.
Yeah, she talked about somebody just recently. I heard that too.
Yeah.
She's got some.
It's like it's like a random thing, but it's like you would not expect that. And then they were saying how she's making 70 grand per performance. She's doing 2 performances, 1 per weekend, so it's 140 grand. But I think she said it, or maybe like a publicist said it, that because she's only making that amount because it was she signed up like 6-7 months ago, and if she signed up like 3-4 months ago, she probably would have easily made double, triple, quadruple that amount. But
oh my god!
But when they approached her, of course she's gonna say like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll play Coachella. They're like, well, you're kind of, I mean, they didn't say this to her, but they're like kind of figuring, behind the scenes, like, well, people aren't really knowing about you out here in the West Coast, so how's 70 grand sound? She probably was like, fuck yeah. And then a couple months later, she became, Cardi B everything.
Radiohead made $4 million.
Oh, so there you go. So there's perspective for you.
Crazy.
And they headlined. I gotta imagine Beyonce. I was just thinking about that last night.
When I heard $20.
I was thinking about that last night. Like Beyonce, I was like, how much does it cost to even put on the show that you're doing right now? Like, how much does it cost? She had 100 dancers out there.
Yeah, man.
In the stage setup and all this shit. I'm like, how much does it cost to produce?
Not only was the orchestra like playing them instruments, but they were choreographed.
Right. There was not in 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. There was not one fuck up, not one even blip of a fuck up, and maybe there was somewhere along the lines that we just don't know it because we're seeing it for the first time, and maybe it was something.
Right.
It didn't look like there was one at all. Right. Leroy, I know, was looking at me going, I don't give a fuck. This is, who cares? But if you watched it, I swear to God, you wouldn't be able. I was blown away.
To put in perspective, we just sit here and talk, and we make mistakes every 50 seconds. So
I can't fucking say a sentence without fucking it up. It's amazing. It makes you feel like a piece of shit when you watch somebody of that caliber perform.
Right.
And it makes you realize why she's worth what she's worth.
Yeah.
Because she's worth every fucking penny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She made Jay-Z, who's apparently a legendary rapper. He looks like the second fiddle, hands down second fiddle. And that
you can't compare. You can't compare.
Mm-hmm. He'll keep on. He can talk about playing the Garden back 13 years ago and sound it out and blah blah blah. But he is not what Beyonce is.
You can't do rap shows to that magnitude. It doesn't work that way. In my opinion, just the nature of the songs. I don't think you could put on a spectacle of that magnitude and be effective. He was able to do it. Was smart because he's not an idiot by any means. Like when he did that tour with Justin Timberlake, and they did that, like that was great. Like that worked and put on a more of a tour worthy, larger than life, entertainment show. But rap is like, I don't know. Rap is either just heard or I think it's good in a small venue, where it's kind of more intimate and kind of more like right there. But from a pop sensation, large spectacle thing, I don't know if rap just generally works just the way the music is. I don't know. That's just my thought on it.
Yeah, and apparently obviously when Coachella happens, you have all the stories about all the celebrities out there fucking hanging out. Well, Leonardo DiCaprio was there, apparently banging some model or something.
There? He was there with like having sex with her?
Justin Bieber apparently
Your boy
punched some dude out who was choking a chick. There was like some guy like apparently some guy caught his ex-girlfriend at some party, and he grabbed her by the neck, and Justin Bieber just happened to be at the same party, and he saw the guy grabbing her by her neck, and went over to the guy, like, hey, stop, man, let go, and he wouldn't let go, so the guy punched him. Justin Bieber punched him in the face.
Jeez.
To get him.
Well, look at him doing the good thing.
Yeah.
I heard the guy was trying to chase down some SUV that he thought Justin was in. He was like yelling at it and like
right,
punching it or something like that.
Right, and then he got arrested.
Right.
Not a good weekend for that guy. Not a good.
If you were that guy last weekend, you lose.
Yeah, getting punched. Imagine that, getting punched by Justin Bieber.
Yeah, there's not much lower.
Hey Billy, how'd your weekend go? It was awesome, man. I got punched by Justin Bieber, and I was choking out a chick. That's not a good one. That's just not a good weekend.
Hey, where you going? We were talking.
Not only are you like on drugs, choking out a girl. You're
terrible.
Yeah, you're choking a girl out.
Come on, man. Hashtag me too.
But how it gets broken up is that you get punched by a wimpy pop star. You get punched by Justin Bieber.
Well, I feel like that's the right thing. Like, you are such a low life. You get to be beat up by Justin Bieber.
Like back in the day, it's like getting knocked out by Michael Jackson. You know what I mean, or something like that.
I feel like that's the ultimate form of embarrassment. Is like if you do something as shitty and as low life as that, Justin Bieber should be able to beat the shit out of you because it doesn't get much lower than that.
Maybe that's the perfect way to get, make a guy like that feel like
that's
shit.
retribution right there. Yeah, Justin Bieber kicks the shit out of you.
Getting fucking punched by Justin the Biebs.
Like you'll never. Your manhood is gone after that.
Right. Fucking.
He's probably gonna get retribution on Bieber somewhere.
I would become a hermit if I got knocked out by Justin Bieber. At some point, like I just.
Yeah, really, it is terrible.
The Biebs and he won. He knocked me out.
Right.
I would just go back to my apartment and never come out. I would just never come out. It's like I'm useless. Bieber knocked me out.
No, you're not useless. Come on.
Well, they're talking jokingly, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm useless. The Biebs knocked me out. Like that guy's got to go to work in the morning on Monday, going, I got knocked out by Justin
right.
Bieber.
Yeah, he couldn't even face anybody.
Right. How do you? Yeah. Hey man, how was Coachella this weekend? It was all right.
You're right.
It was all right.
Yeah, what'd you do this weekend?
Hey man, did you hear that story about Biebs? Did you see him there? No, I didn't see nobody. So good. How'd you get that mark on your face? Shut up. Word up, yeah.
Coachella's been pretty cool. I love that you're able to stream it.
Yeah.
Did you do the VR thing? Did you try the VR channel?
What's the VR channel?
It's I guess it would be channel 4 because they have 3 other channels. So with your phone, if you had those like the glasses set up to put your phone in front of your face, you could do a 360 virtual tour of wherever that it's set up.
Oh, I like that.
I guess you don't have to put the glasses on. You can just put your phone in front of your face and move around. I guess you don't have to be that like fucking tech savvy. The old hand works.
I didn't do that. That sounds pretty cool. It's good what they do for that event, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a good event. It's 2.5 weekends. It's 2 weekends. It's a good event. I like it. I like live music, man.
Yeah.
I like watching shit. I don't want to be out there in the crowd anymore. I don't want to be in the crowd. I don't want to even be on the side of the stage. I want to watch it. I want to see people having a good time, but I want to be in the comfort of my own place and not have anybody around. I want quiet.
That's why they're thinking about us. That we're like that. We're that generation who used to go to the live shows, but now we're getting a little older. And we're like, fuck all that nonsense. But we have the technology, and we still love the live shows. So help us out, and that's what they're for. You should have went though, man. You're not that far from it, right?
Not even 4 hours, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, you got complications though.
Oh, right. The car complications.
Yeah, but I was told if I go on a long trip, I won't have to blow into it as much.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. so they give me a little fucking.
Oh, you
nod,
should have
but-
went to Coachella, dude. You get cheap. The tickets real cheap. You know, they say wait to the last minute when people are just trying to get rid of them. Get tickets real cheap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should try next weekend.
It's the whole where do I stay?
Yeah, just go back to your car. Fuck it.
Like what? I'll go burn up in my car? No, I can't do that.
Is it that hot out there now?
It is hot. It's hot as fuck.
The Coachella's in California.
It's
Yeah,
in the Coachella, Palm Springs.
Yeah,
Right?
a little south of Palm Springs.
Yeah,
I don't know what the temperature is there, but I'm sure.
it's similar. It's not as hot, but it's similar.
Yeah, it's the desert. It's a desert.
It's really not that far. It's
Yeah.
really,
You should go next weekend. Maybe get a ticket for like $120.
it's certainly not like driving.
I know. I
from
want
New
him to
York
go because I want him to go and do like live interviews there with people.
next year, Rock.
Fuck! Come on.
Next year when I can learn how to like get the show running and actually have shows to show that we do actually do a radio show, and not have YouTube fucking delete them every time I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope the podcast
So-
sounds okay because I don't want to bring it up, but since we're talking about it, your audio just like sounds like real shit all of a sudden. Like it's been sounding like shit, but I didn't want to stop the flow, but I guess now I am.
I wonder if that's why it's like 4 people watching.
Yeah. It was like like your audio keeps like crackling and Leroy's all of a sudden like was like really low, but I didn't want to like, you know, I figure I'm assuming that the podcast is going to sound okay. So
Yeah, the podcast.
So you know,
The live show's not working out too well.
I don't know why, but
A live show at this point, you know. YouTube cuts your fucking shit off half the time anyway.
It is pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just that I was running the show from this end, and now Rocco, I was like, hey, Rock, can you run the show? And he run the show, so I don't know. Maybe we fucked with shit over here.
yeah.
When you got studios and you're trying to mix them together, people, to get the technology to work, it gets all fucked up. All right, let's do a break. We'll come back and we'll do some other shit. We're supposed to have a guest today, but I'm not positive she's calling in or not. I have no idea. So I'll check on that.
Yeah, maybe
We'll come
we can fix the audio while we're on break.
I don't know, Rock. That would be up to you. I have no idea. I'm gonna play a clip when I'm in break, so I don't know how you're gonna.
Clip. Oh well, you don't have to play a clip. You can just play it for the podcast. It's up to you.
I don't. That makes me have to do work.
All right, fine.
Let's play the clip. All right, taking a break. Come back more on lunaticradio.com. Sure after this.
Kieran and Rock. Lunaticradio.com.
What's on today, Rock? My favorite thing of all time.
Oh?
Live from Augusta.
Is this really the music?
It's Jim Nance.
Oh no, your
Jacking
boy.
my goons.
You love him.
On Amen Corner. The Azalea Zora Bloom, or whatever he fucking says. I love the Masters, though. And it's on today, Rock. What did they say about the Masters? I'm a big golf fanatic, by the way. I don't bore you people. So if you don't like golf, you might want to turn your fucking radio off.
What do they
right
say
now.
about the Masters?
They say it never. This tournament doesn't start until the back nine on Sunday. And what's happening now, Rock?
They're playing the back nine
on Sunday.
Right now.
Right now.
So
what are we doing?
Doing a show.
A radio show for 7 people. And know what we're missing? Jim Nance.
Your boy.
Mr.
Why
Goober.
is so?
I fucking hate Jim Nance.
Really?
Jim Nance is the worst golf announcer ever in the history of ever.
Wow. That's fucked up.
Think about that. That's some deep shit.
Joe Buck.
That's some
is
horrible
better?
shit. What?
Joe Buck is better than Jim Nance.
Joe Buck. I don't think Joe Buck's ever done golf before.
Oh, just golf.
Golf. I'm talking about golf.
Specifically golf.
He
I'm
can
sorry.
do whatever he wants. Jim Nance, you know him as CBS announcer. He usually does the Super Bowl when CBS has a Super Bowl. He usually does it. He did the Final Four, final game for the Final Four on Monday.
Yeah.
This past Monday. Just a goober when it comes to calling golf events.
He's got to put on the low voice.
Yeah, he's got to talk about every player that comes on and is hitting an 8-iron. He's got to talk about their family and how good of a father he is. It's fucking ridiculous. Shut up, asshole. I don't need the guy's background. I need to know what the wind's doing. I need to know how far it is to the green, and tell me that he's gonna hit the shot.
They got to fill a lot with golf. I mean, golf is pretty. From a television standpoint, it's very short because it's guy gets up to the tee and hits it, or it's very short, and then that's it. So they got a lot of time they have to fill in between shots.
Oh, but let's not fill it with Jim Nance's voice.
Yeah, well, fine.
That's
fair.
all I'm
I'll
saying.
give you that. Fair.
Are people on me with me on this? Gee, he's such a goober.
You're the only person who complains about Jim Nance.
Oh,
no one gives a shit
no, I
about
hate him. I love everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't really love Johnny Miller, but on NBC, I don't know if anybody really is up on the golf announcers other than
You are.
I am. I'm fucking astonished by it. It's great. But he's such a Tiger Woods on the green. You know, Tiger fucked 15 girls in the last 5 months. I wish he would say that, but no. He goes, Tiger's irregularities within the he uses stupid words to explain situation. Just say it, Jim. You don't like Tiger Woods because he's an asshole.
I don't think they could.
And he's got on
CBS. I don't think he could call him an asshole. Last time I checked.
God, I hate Jim Nance so much. That's the only thing I hate about the Masters is Jim Nance, and he's not even playing in the event.
So when you take him out of the equation, suddenly it's the greatest event ever.
It is the greatest event ever. The one deterrent, Jim Nance, the lead CBS anchor for the coverage.
Wow.
Asshole. Goober. Literally, I swear to God.
Oh, I know who we should get on instead. If Jim Nance is taken out, you know what they should put on? Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. Lee Westwood got a 4-inch putt. See if it make this mother. What do you think, Boo Boo?
That'd be great. Shannon Boomer doing golf.
No, he would just be throwing it to Boomer, even though Boomer's not even a state.
Yeah.
He's so used to throwing it to Boomer for his comments.
So he's got to say something poignant, so he's got to throw it to Boomer.
Shannon Sharp is absolutely the worst fucking sports analyst in the history of sports analysts ever.
You know, people like me on Facebook.
Kieran and Rocker on social media.
Why could you just like me?
Be sure to like and follow Lunatic Radio on Facebook.
I need to get naked. That's what I need to do.
Dude, tap it out, right?
What do you mean?
I'm tapping out.
Wait a second.
No way.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio. Wait, who told them to get naked?
I'm sitting here behind this microphone.
Yeah, you are.
Perfectly fine with my manhood.
Really?
Are you?
Of course I am.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Twitter doesn't give me these problems.
Kieran and Rocker on social media.
Why could you just like me?
Be sure to like and follow Lunatic Radio on Twitter.
Rocket, you gotta get naked. Take off your pants. Do something.
Sweet.
Don't say sweet.
Oh, I listen to you.
Okay.
So if you say take them off, I shall.
Twitter.com/Lunatic Radio.
They're already naked, aren't they?
I feel like I have hair on my microphone. That's why I've been blowing into it, if you people are listening.
Twitter.com/Lunatic Radio.
Nice, yes.
What up, everybody? LR Show, Kier Rock hanging out with you, Leroy Jenkins in studio. On next week's program, everybody, our old buddy there, Rock and I's old buddy Chris Italia will be sitting in Leroy Jenkins' chair.
Very exciting.
Doing the show here out in Arizona. He'll be out in town, out here in town. Something, I don't know what, but Chris is also the owner of the Stand Comedy Club in New York City, and he manages comedians, and apparently he is a producer on the new Super Troopers film, which is out in theaters next weekend, actually. I think April 20th it comes out.
Wait, he's involved in that film?
Yeah, he's I don't know how much or whatever, but he said he was a producer or something. I guess we'll find out next week. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Chris,
Good for
you know
him.
Chris.
Yeah,
He's very
I gotta do what I gotta do.
very mysterious. I don't want you to know about what all I do, huh?
If you know
But
too
tell-
much, it's just,
My family's roots are from Brooklyn. We keep it on the hush hush.
Hush, hush. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's gonna be fun to have him in because he's an old friend.
Yeah.
He's championed this show, and Rock and I were eager to do it.
Yeah.
Back in the he's tried to do a lot for this show, and it just hasn't worked out. Probably because we were still drinking and stuff, and we just wanted to party. I don't know why it didn't work out. It just never did.
So it'd be fun to have Chris on. It'll be fun. He's a good dude.
Oh, so Damon's getting the boot, huh?
Well, I told Leroy Jenkins I was like he can come down, but I got no microphone for him. I don't know what to do.
He could just he can sit right. Well, you can sit on his lap, on your mic.
Yeah, I'll be yeah, that'd be gay, and I'd look like a fucking puppet.
What's the term? Yeah, gay.
I would look like a puppet, and I don't want to look like a puppet.
Oh, okay.
I always get. For some reason, I feel like I'm getting shorter because the more and more I walk around on the everyday basis, people call me short.
Oh.
You're really short. I'm like, great, thanks. You told me that yesterday. It's kind of annoying. I'm like, am I actually getting shorter? Like,
Well,
you know how
you
you
get older? Yeah. You actually get shorter. That is a fact.
I'm not that old. I don't know. What the fuck?
Well, just generally, when you get older, you get shorter.
Do you look at yourself in the mirror and go, hey, you know what? I'm getting kind of shorter. No, you don't do that. And you're my age.
You should get that thing where it's like the flat platform and you flip upside down because then it'll like stretch out your spine.
Stretch out my spine?
Yeah, so that it'll like elongate your body.
Did you ever see that news story about the guy who was my height? This is an actual story. I didn't dream about it.
Okay.
But he got these pipes. They cracked his femur bones in his leg.
Okay.
And they put these little pipe extensions, 2-inch pipe extensions inside his femur bones.
Oh.
And they changed him from like, I don't know what, 5'7" to 5'9". And he said his life completely changed.
Wow.
Which I feel like it's bullshit. But apparently it didn't fuck him up though. Like it didn't like screw his balance up or anything. It just actually kind of just worked out. But I feel like if you're gonna go do that, it'd be better for a guy who's like 5'10" and he wants to be 6'1", not a guy who's 5'6" and wants to be 5'9", because you're just going from short to short. That's not, what the fuck? What's the difference? It doesn't matter,
2 inches, man.
Plus, I think the
Leroy dropping the math.
I would see if he's like 5'4", and he went to 5'9", that's something. But 5'6" is not much difference than 5'9". You know what I mean? Your world's not there. I don't know, Rock. Actually, you guys don't know.
Yeah, we're in a different atmosphere, so we don't know.
You guys have different temperatures where your heads are. It's always very hot where I am because fucking you guys get cool air up there. I get fucking hot. It's always hot.
Probably go for a different pipe extension if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like where your head's at. Like where your head's at there, Leroy Jenkins.
Just a bit outside.
Hey, can I ask Leroy a question? Because it was kind of like on my mind. I want to know what.
Are you a faggot?
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Welcome back to the show.
For the past couple of weeks, you've been the co-host. You were kind of like immediately brought up to the big leagues, so to speak. So what was that like? How did that feel? Was there any nervousness? Did it feel like a smooth transition? What was that like being co-host of the Lunatic Radio Show? Thoughts?
I think there were so many technical difficulties in the two. It was like we only did like 2 shows.
Yeah, 2 shows, but still, it was pretty immediate. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I had a split, right before the show went live.
I would imagine floating in the ocean without a fucking life vest or a paddle or anything. Nothing.
I already explained to Nomad one time because he asked about it. I said, just expect mediocrity. That's what you're going to get.
I was actually there. The first show we did together, I was sitting here just trying to make him feel some sort of emotion, and he had none. He had none. I was like, God damn it, I'm sucking today, and I just kept like sweating, like I'm just sweating.
Dude, you sweat because your whole fucking technical setup is all jacked up.
I know, and it's true.
He's trying to figure it out for like an hour before the show, and then all of a sudden he gets it running somehow.
You know what's great? Because I've been doing this show for so long with Kieran, and Leroy expresses the exact frustration already that I've had for so long. Like, I feel like I'm listening to myself when he speaks. It's true. It just happens.
told Kieran that he needs to get the show set up like the day before and leave it on.
No.
And leave it on.
No.
4 hours. It'll be ready.
It's like a fucking
Silly talk, Leroy.
This thing is there's so much fucking electricity running out of this room right now. I'm not gonna leave it on. No.
He thinks his electric bill is gonna go up by like.
I
2
do.
grand.
There's so much shit going on, and Rock used to yell at me. Rock used to yell at me when we had the studio at his house. He's like, "You better turn off everything. You turn off." Yeah, right.
Turn it off.
Yeah. I know how you feel. I'm like,
Well, you can
everything's
just turn off
gotta-
the surge protector. You don't have to like put down the faders. You don't have to turn off the just flick the surge protector.
unplug everything, and I take everything apart and
box it up.
Want anything on? Yeah, I'm worried. Like I'm worried that I turn the lights off at night, and I just see this blue light just coming from underneath the door in the studio. I'm like, oh crap, what the hell's on? I just see my meat outside doing this.
You hear the hum of electricity.
You know what's great? That first show we did when you had when you were having the baby, is I would be like, I was like going on some Trump rant or whatever, and then right in the middle of it, I'm like, I'm really getting heated up, like all fucking fired up, and Leroy goes, no one can hear you. I'm just like, I don't care that they can't hear me. Just let me go.
The whole chat room when we were on.
Yeah, they were just like, can't hear you, Dick. Can't hear Dick.
Yeah.
Can't hear Send.
It was
can't hear.
It was the Echo show.
Yeah, the Echo show. I actually tuned in for that, and that was the week after, and I listened for a good 2 minutes, and I was like, at first I thought it was me. I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and then everyone in the chat room was like, "There's such bad echo," and I was like, "All right, I can't. I can't."
I like to watch when Kieran struggles.
Isn't it fun? It's so much fun.
Rock has been there a few times when he's got to man the show, and he's like, I don't know where to go. Where do I go? What topic do I? What button do I? What? It's fucking stressful.
Yeah, it is.
And
it is.
Saying before, I was like, when you watch Beyonce do her performance last night at Coachella, when she can't fuck up one thing, like it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing the stress I feel here when I can't find a segue to the next topic. But it's a whole different level. It's a complete different galaxy what she does.
Of course, absolutely.
But it is stressful. Yeah. It is stressful when like you're trying to keep on topic, and then like the fucking audio's not working well.
It does. It's a real buzzkill. I really hesitated, but I felt like it felt good to say it right then before we went to break, because I thought maybe we try. But then you said, you don't want to bother trying. So
I know. Rather, it doesn't sound terrible. We'll fix it next week.
Yeah.
At this point, Rock and I will have a solid broadcast for everybody.
That's the goal.
And then once we do, we'll just fucking quit.
I think the way to do a solid broadcast is like not to try to do it live. I mean, that's the hardest part.
It is.
Really. It is, because and then YouTube shuts you down when you do anything. You play a little music or a clip of something. YouTube will say
no, it's copyright. Yeah.
You know what? We spent so much money in the technology to do it live. We're gonna do it fucking live. We're doing it fucking
That's
live.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we might as well just sit around a coffee table with fucking 3 microphones and a little fucking tape recorder. I mean
not to get too technical, but if you were on like Twitch or something, I don't think that they're as hard because they don't have the technology that Google does. So, I think because it's Google, but then there's the positive because we just have to hit a button and we're fucking streaming at really nice quality. You know what I'm saying? So it's the give and take.
But yeah. So word up, man. I don't know what else to tell. We were supposed to have a guest on tonight. I guess she's not.
Oh, that's a bummer. She bailed on you?
I don't know. I didn't hear back from her.
Oh, I watched. I don't know if you. We should probably even talk about it because if she's not even coming on, then what's the point? Yeah.
I'm not gonna plug it. But it would be nice to have her. She seemed kind of fun, but whatevs, man. Whatevs. But it's nice to have Rock back, everybody.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back, man. I missed it. I missed, just kind of hanging out, and it's always fun to do the show.
Nomad, you're on the air. What's going on? Nomad. All right, you hung up.
You thought twice about it. You're like, what am I doing?
It might have been a butt dial from.
What have you been up to in the past couple weeks, Karen, that I was away? Anything exciting and interesting in your life? In all seriousness, I'm curious to see what you've been up to.
I was at the gym last night. The most exciting point I had last night was at the gym last night.
And
hold on. I just had to set up, and now fucking Nomad's calling in. Nomad, what's going on?
Hey man, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard you guys bring this up on the topic. So Zuckerberg was up on the stand and was, getting, hit hard for his Facebook nonsense. Just want to know what you guys think about it, being, a member of the community and what you use. How do you feel about being categorized by Facebook and having like your political debates monitored by robots, then copied and pasted into other people's arguments? And like, what do you think about the whole situation with Facebook right now? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, especially down there, Leroy Jenkins. I want to know what he has to say about it.
We all do, actually.
Boy, the form is yours.
Oh, really? I got to start on this one?
Yeah.
I didn't really watch the Zuckerberg thing.
Yeah.
Although I did notice that, or they were talking about that he wore a suit for the first time.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he's usually in his hoodie.
And then I heard like all the they're senators, right?
Yeah. Old man Withers on the stand.
And they have no idea what to ask him.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of naive to the whole, and so is most people, I guess. Most people are learning it as we go, as far as like social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Zuckerberg, he's a creepy dude, right?
It's a weird thing. I don't know. I mean, for me personally, I've kind of not really used Facebook. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. I kind of did it years ago because everyone else did it, but I just never really hooked onto it. I like Twitter and Instagram. I like Twitter because I get I interact with people in, I work with or in that community, or just I get news from it, to be honest. And Instagram because I like posting photos. I feel like it's a nice creative outlet. But for Facebook, it felt like it was just, people posting their birthdays or people wishing people birthdays and, people talking about their kids. And I was like, that's not really for me. I know that's not like it for a lot of people, but for me personally, that's what Facebook was. So I just never kind of was about it. And for the show, to kind of publicize the show. I mean, really, any interaction I had was through the show Facebook, but even that's kind of minimal. It's just kind of like an outlet for people who use it. So I'm not terribly surprised. I'm kind of like, it was a matter of time. Everybody's seeing everything. So it wasn't a complete shock that happened. I don't know. I mean, for a lot of people, they're like, holy cow, this was, let's not forget that our Social Security's, 80 some odd million people Social Security number was leaked, not too many months ago. So the fact that Facebook had their information, taken, it shouldn't be that much of a surprise.
Everybody.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
My thing was with the microphone use, where they were literally listening to your conversations without your permission. And if you download, if you sign into your Google account, even if you told Facebook no, your Google account would record stuff off your information. So you were talking to your buddy about a wedding that happened last week. All of a sudden on your Facebook feed, you got 10 different ads for wedding stuff. Or you were talking about a comic book that came out last week. Now I've got ads showing up on my Facebook for comic book stuff. And I've never posted about it. It's just listening to my conversations. And then they've made this public. Yes, they do it. That kind of thing's what we're talking about. That level of invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Well, the TVs do it now. The TVs do it, and like Alexa does it.
Yeah.
People choose to put this shit in their house.
Yeah.
And people chose to sign up for Facebook and give them all your information for some fucked up reason.
Right, but
I don't even like being on this show live on YouTube.
Yeah, Facebook is a drug, Twitter's a drug, Instagram's a drug. It's that little, you feel like wanted when you post a picture on Instagram, for example, and people like it. It's like a little, what do they call it? The little hit of dopamine, right? And then when the information that you provide on Facebook, that's taken and taken by some company, and that your personal information is used, and they can feed your news feed with shit that you like, they can use that information to manipulate your mind and where your opinion's going to go. And that's what the scary thing is about it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're?
Yeah, and that they're doing it, and they're doing it. I use it loosely. I'm not using it correctly, but illegally. That they're kind of like working their way around the system. I mean, I don't know to what extent. If you say deny when your phone says, "Can we have access to your microphone?" You hit deny. Are they still accessing it? Maybe, and. I don't know what's gonna if they find out that that's actually a thing. I don't know what's gonna happen if that's true.
It's a way to control you like fucking sheep. You know what I mean? You could just like this group of people believe this type of thing or into this type of thing, so we're gonna fucking.
You don't have to hit the ad though. They're not like forcing you to hit the ad. That's the thing that's with me. It's like, with my line of business, I work with advertising, and I'll get clients with shit that I have zero interest on my personal level, and I'll have to do research on this company, and then all of a sudden we'll see ads on it, obviously, or relative ads to that product that I'm working on. Guess what I do? I don't hit those ads. I just go about my day and I don't hit those ads.
I don't fucking hit those ads, all right?
I mean, is it shitty? Is it obnoxious? Yes, but you know what? People still got to get money, So I kind of get it to that level. Now, the part like what Nobat's saying is like if you hit deny on your microphone, if you feel like you're shutting out your whole system and you say potato chips out loud and then all of a sudden you're getting Lay's ads on your fucking phone, yeah, like that's a little fucking creepy. But,
I think that's just the surface of the problem. I think like having your information and having it being analyzed or whatever like that, and being able to use that information in a way we don't even know about to, feed us articles on stuff that's written about something, and we read that article and our opinion changes or something. You know what I mean? It's a way to control your mind and how you're thinking, what's your talking point for the day. Way to keep you thinking about some certain thing, maybe, when they feed you some information or article or something. There are actually things that pop up on my newsfeed. I'm like, where the fuck did this article come from? I have no idea who this is. I'm like, did I ever like this page? I don't think I ever did. So why am I getting articles from it? Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that shit is scary because it's controlling what you're thinking about. And when it comes to that, that's the problem. And with a company like Facebook that is fucking as big as it is, fuck, we're all on it. I mean, whether or not everybody's on it or half of the fucking people are on it, it's still half is a lot.
You're almost in today's world, you're almost like forced into signing up for Facebook. Like in many different like situations, they want your Facebook account or something. Everything's linked to that. Or if you have a job, go for a job, they want, obviously like probably your Facebook and whatever bullshit, like Twitter account or whatever. Everybody puts those links on there. It makes them feel like they're part of this necessity.
Well, that's the thing. That's a great point. And to all I can give is how I handle things. There's many times that you sign up for stuff and they give you it's the lazy way. It's like sign up with Facebook. Don't do that. There's always an option in small text. Sign up with an email. Just sign up with an email. And like I have the bullshit email, I call it, where I just send all my logins to. Like it's not my main email that I communicate with people. It's just the email I use for signing up for shit.
Yeah, that's actually very smart.
Like it's a little extra work because you got to type your name in an email and you got to confirm. But people just be like, oh, I'll just sign up via Facebook. Well, you're basically putting it into the system then. And if you're okay with that, then do it.
That's the other thing. Right after that, once you sign in, and then you get the prompt on your phone that says allow this app to access give this app permission to access blah on your phone, your fucking pictures or blah blah blah.
Most people don't care.
Most people
even
don't.
No, because they want the app.
Even knowing about Facebook and their shadiness, they're still going to be. Not a lot of people are going to delete it, even though like people are pushing to delete Facebook.
It's
I'd like to see Facebook fail, to be honest with you.
Hey, that's just me.
Like,
wait, what do you say?
Those apps and everything, they're our instinct is to want to be fucking you know, we want to connect with people. We want to talk to people. Like that's what a human wants to do. They always want to just connect and or get some sort of.
Not necessarily through Facebook and shit.
I know, but those things allow you to connect with a lot more people. See what you know, and I feel like the way these apps are designed and everything, it's manipulating that want in a way.
Well, I noticed like
that makes sense.
With news feeds on your phone, if you're checking out news feeds and you click on stuff, you start to tend to get more of what you were clicking on. But meanwhile, you're like, I just want a general, broad sense of the news.
Right.
But you're getting like pigeonholed into like certain things.
It's funny. I should, if Facebook's listening to my fucking conversations, I should be getting a shit ton of porn crap on my news feed. Right. You know. But yeah.
Well, I mean, porn stuff, man. It's the thing like Facebook was doing that really was brought to attention like during the trial was the use of political rhetoric in people's posts to create bot chats. The bot chats were then posted into other people's conversations. So you know when you're on the feed and you see this post and it has 100 or 150 to 200 different people talking on this post because it's public, they've created and generated this public post based on the conversation they see people having, and then they peg it to people that are in that political genre to try to egg the conversation on more.
Right.
Or to basically frame these people, okay, this is a conservative group. We've got 2 comments that are now violent, and they wait till somebody else eggs this person on and then claim this person's violent, and they ban them off Facebook. And they're doing this to stop conservative groups or other representative groups on Facebook. If it's a public forum and it's regulated, it's freedom of speech. But if it's a private forum and you're owning it as a private business, then you have to be regulated a totally different way, and the government has to look at it a different way. And right now, they are exempt underneath the tax law and underneath the law because they're public. But if he's treating it as a private forum, then he has to go back and pay the government for all the years of service that he's had to companies. I mean, we're looking at a huge amount of money for the U.S. government to get back from Facebook if they find him guilty and screw him over.
Oh, God, what a headache that is. Holy shit. That's going to be
That's
a
why I
bill.
was like, he's literally trying to control political conversations around the election and everything else, which he was. Then it's no longer a public forum. It's a private entity, which is campaigning. He has the right to do that, but you can't treat it as public if you're going to control it and run it as private.
Now, Nomad, you're saying Zuckerberg and Facebook were trying to control political conversations.
Yes, and they even went through and banned people that had millions of followers on their page based on comments that were generated from their bot chats.
Right.
Basically, what they're doing is framing people, luring them into a trap for, basically creating a comment box for them to come into and respond to, where they know they're going to get the negative response they need to flag them and cancel them off the website.
Oh. Or they're either doing that, or they're trying to steer the political conversation. But is it Facebook that's doing that, or is it an outside entity, someone like
someone who paid Facebook to,
or no, not even that, like
Facebook, paying Facebook for your political data and information, and going in and making posts based on data they took from your profile or group of people, and then posting to your same group of people something that would get you in trouble.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy world we live in.
If that's happening with Facebook and Zuckerberg's behind that, which he'll probably never claim, he'll claim that he was like 2 steps away from it or whatever, that people are doing that on their own within the company.
How the fuck are they going to? How the hell is Congress going to prove that?
That's tampering in a way.
Yeah, it will never come. It's too complicated for them to actually pinpoint. I don't think. I don't think they'll be able to pinpoint that on him. I don't think it's way too complicated.
They can't even find shit on Trump.
Yeah,
right now.
they don't even know how to fucking ask him the right questions during the hearing. I mean, half those senators or those congressmen, they didn't even know what the fuck to ask.
Because it's a joke. They probably know what the fuck.
It's all just a fucking parade of shit. Like this shit. Like it's like Washington going, "Hey, we're concerned for the people, so let's drag fucking Zuckerberg in here. We're asking him a bunch of fucking inane questions. Maybe some that will have some sort of weight." And one of us will get all pissed at him, and that'll be a nice little sound clip for the news to run at night, and it will get nowhere.
The one interesting thing that I did find out, Zuckerberg
These congressional hearings are a bunch of shit. They are.
Deleted all of his conversations, past conversations.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. What happened?
We gotta wrap.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap up. Brock's gonna go. But no, man, thank you for the.
Yeah, I think
for
this
the-
is a great conversation. Maybe we could continue it next week. Unfortunately, I'm working my way into the show again, so just got to bear with me a little bit. But I think it's a great conversation that I think we could definitely elaborate on next week.
All right, no, man. We'll talk to you later. Thank you for the phone call.
All right. Peace.
All right, peace. There he is. There's Nomad, everybody. All right, there you go. We're up. It's good. Good stuff.
Yeah,
back, Rock.
it was good to get back into it. I'm sorry I have to go, but I kind of have to just, I got to ease myself into it. So, want to make sure everything's good with the kid and all that.
Yeah. This is our ending music now. I don't even know what the hell this is.
Oh, really? You're afraid you couldn't use the old one?
No, I can't use the old one. I know I can't.
No, he doesn't. Shit.
I don't. No, I do. Go ahead and play that song.
I do it. Do it. I dare you.
I guarantee it'll get deleted. Anyway, what I learned on today's show was rock etiquette.
Welcome back,
Oh,
Rock.
it's good to be back. It's nice to have some laugh with some guys.
Yeah.
Glad to
We
hear
got
it.
our future radio DJ
That's right.
or something.
Something,
Word up.
anything that makes some good money.
Here.
Well, when do you want him out of the house, Rock? 18?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Joking.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you next week. Chris Italian studio. Rock back next week. You're doing a show next week?
Yeah,
Rock?
yeah, I should be good. Yeah, right now I'm all good.
All right, so that'll be Sunday. Word up, everybody. All right.
Peace. This is terrible.
It's like an Aleve commercial or some sort of fucking prescription drug commercial.
It's a corporate bed.
Yeah. Activia. What?
Are you suffering from irritable bowel syndrome?
All right. Well, it's gonna be genetic beds from here on out. Fucking
Genetic beds.
generic beds. Yeah, generic beds.